Hey, we're going to do some tests now with the Lucky Cat point of sale terminal, LCTerm, available at dogpay.info. And I'm just going to go through the coins that we have set up on this and make a transaction as if we were in the shop. And so hopefully you see how it works, and hopefully my tests work, and my bosses will be happy. Let's take a look. This is the point of sale terminal. This is the customer phone, and point of sale terminal set up the pin for the merchant, and the merchant info is here. I have it set up for the demos I was doing down at MIT last weekend. Thanks to everybody there who helped me with my demos. This information is just the stuff that goes on the receipt. That's the only point of this information. Then we have one more setup screen. Well, there's two more setup screens. One is the API key, which you need to have an API key to use the device. And there's the key. There's my subscription level. Seems to be active. Only one call today. Don't tell my boss. And we got the coin settings. This one tells you where the money's going to go. So we have a static Bitcoin address here. We have a static Ethereum address here. We have a Monero address and a view key. We got a Litecoin address. This one is from a Trezor wallet, I believe. It's using an XPub, so testing that system so that every customer gets a new address with every purchase. Then we have a Dogecoin address, we got a Tether address, we got a Dash address, and a Bitcoin Cash address. Let's see if we can go through these tests real quick. So we're already set up. What happens when a customer comes in and tells you what they want to buy is that you press this button and you put in the amount. It's set up in terms of dollars now. That could be changed depending on where you are and what you want to use for your base currency. I'm going to do $5 here. And then the customer is allowed to select how they want to pay. So let's just do these in order top to bottom, I guess, because that's one way to go through them. So the customer presses Bitcoin, and we get this customer phone, scans it, and the customer approves the transaction. In the case of the wallet I'm using here, this means putting in a PIN. And then, wow, that one was quick. Excellent. So you can tell that transaction was received. Still zero confirmations. You can print a receipt. Well, let's reprint that receipt because there's a little problem with the printer there. This would have, of course, never happened with any other device. I'm just kidding. I see these problems with all these devices. Printer error. Let's print again. There we go. Looks good, right? You can see the transaction ID. All the information from our merchant info. It's MIT Expo Cash, dogpay.info. You could search this transaction ID on a block explorer. So we have permanent record of all the transactions that take place on this device, available for free. It's called triple entry accounting. Let's go ahead and continue. By the way, you can look at these transactions later. Still zero confirmations on that one transaction. You can see the amount of fees that we paid on that one. That was chosen by the customer. 400 sats, which is maybe 30 cents today. Let's go back to the home screen. New customer. This is going to be another $5 sale. And let's suppose the customer wants to pay with Ethereum. I don't know why they would, but they have some on their wallet. Why not spend it? So the customer brings up their wallet, scans the QR code, and enters their PIN on their wallet, and transaction sent. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Uh-oh. Ethereum is being a little slow today. This is has been an issue with our system, that Ethereum, for some reason, our APIs are slow to pick up the transaction. Let's give it a minute. In the meantime, we can bring it up in the wallet, see what's going on, make sure it's sent. Network fee was 12 cents. Etherscan.io shows a transaction hash, $5. Okay, well, that was a little slow. I have something to report at least. Let's print a receipt. Here's the Ethereum transaction. And let's just keep going through our tests. Next one is Monero. $5 Monero transaction. So the customer selects the coin they want to play with, they want to pay with, and they bring up their wallet, which sometimes will take a moment. You'd be surprised. Send. They scan the QR code. And they hit send. Send. And apparently it's been sent. Let's see how long it takes to register. And that was a few seconds. It's not ideal. Looks like there's already a block. That's surprising. Let's print the receipt. .024353325 XMR, and we're making money. Let's continue our tests. We're going to move on to a $5 sale. This time, the customer wants to pay with Litecoin. Sometimes there's an issue with the buttons registering on this device, but it seems to work pretty darn well. Anyway, Any case, this time the customer has to find their Litecoin wallet. Then once they got their wallet, they can go ahead and scan the QR code. And this is because we're coming from an XPub, it's a unique address that has never been seen before. You guys can pause it and look it up at home if you want. And confirming sent. 1, 2, 3. Received. Look at that. 0 confirmations, of course. Let's print the receipt. Litecoin transaction successful. Pleasure doing business with you. 100% of the 0.06482849 Litecoin has all been transferred to the wallet, which was set up by the store manager. Another successful transaction. Let's do another one. This one, let's do another $5 transaction. This seems to be where we're going today. And this time we're going to use Doge. Uh-oh, I hope I have some Doge. I'm not sure I do. Let's see. Any Doge here? Yeah, I got some Doge. It's right here. Let's see if I make this $5 payment in Doge. Well, actually, this Doge wallet is not responding here. Loading. I noticed this problem before. So we might not be able to test Doge today because of our faulty wallet. But it's not going to hurt you at the store. Someone just says they can't pay you. Well, they can't pay you. You don't need cryptocurrency for that problem. Let's move on to the next item on the list. So we're going to cancel this one. Cancel. And we're going to make another payment. $5 payment. Using Tether. Let's see how that goes. Someone calling me on one of these devices. It's not the point of sale. And here's the Tether transaction. This is Tether on Tron now, by the way, which is, some people use for retail. At least that's what I was told. Let's see if that one works. And sent. Okay. Won't be received though. Yeah, that was nice and quick. Tron transaction. USDT on Tron. Received. And here's a nice looking receipt. Look at that. Beautiful. 5.00032 USDT. That's Tron flavored USDT. So, transaction complete. Let's go back to our homepage. And I think we have one more coin to test today. Oh, we're going to test. Let's make another sale. $5 sale. And oh, we got two more. We got Dash. Let's try that one. And there's a Dash QR code. So should be working. I happen to have a Dash wallet. And it's got $5 on it. Confirm, enter PIN, sent. Well, this appears to be as slow as Ethereum. That's unfortunate, but this is what we're doing these tests for. We want to improve our response times. You don't want your customers waiting. Has that been 10 seconds already? That is unfortunate. Let's give it another. Oh, look at that. It did finally show up. Could be better. Could be better, but you know, we made a sale. Sometimes 10 seconds is not the end of the world. Give you a chance to talk to your customer a little bit. Hopefully you're not in a giant line in a Chinese grocery store. There's the Dash transaction ID. And I think we had one more coin to test here. Let's do another $5 sale. And we're going to use Bitcoin Cash. See how that works. Do I have any Bitcoin Cash? Yeah, that would be the question right now. BCH. Apparently I got half a BCH here for testing. QR code scanned. Amount verified. PIN entered. Oh, that one was nearly instant. Bitcoin Cash, pretty damn fast. And there's the receipt. So, I believe that concludes today's testing. We got a BCH TXID here, 0.01632627 BCH changed hands. So, mostly successful. We had a couple delays today, one on Ethereum and one on Dash, but they both worked. I was unable to test Doge wallet because my Doge wallet just says loading, won't do anything, which is not really useful from a wallet, is it? We could try one more time, see if it's somehow responding now. $5 sale. And we're going to try Doge. Yeah, this is the same behavior though as before. Let me scan it. And then it just says waiting. Loading. I'll show you my wallet. This is a Trust wallet. Yeah. Not recommended. However, it does have a lot of coins, so it's good for this kind of testing. I use a separate Bitcoin wallet, a separate Monero wallet. Otherwise, for these tests, I've used Trust wallet on the customer side. Mostly works. Got a lot of problems with it, but unless you want to use specific coin wallets, you're stuck with it. Okay, so we'll come back and test Doge later from another wallet. And for now, we're going to go back to our home screen. We're going to cancel this transaction. And let's look at our transactions that we just did, by the way. We did a BCH, a Dash, a Tron, a LTC, XMR, ETH, and a Bitcoin transaction. Let's look at that Bitcoin one. Oh, that's the XMR one. So let's look at the Bitcoin one. One confirmation now. So you can really be secure about that $5. You can always go back and print these receipts again. And of course, you can look these all up on Block Explorers. The records will exist for free forever of these transactions. And once again, 100% of the money goes to wherever the merchant wants it to. Only cost for these devices is an API monthly fee. And so you all should go over to dogpay.info, pick up one of these beautiful units, and start making money, start saving the world. Freedom money, sound money. Thanks for watching.